Okay, so I started the recording. Yeah. So before we start, we have a small introduction for you, and I would like to show my audience starting the same. Just give me a second. I'm sharing my screen.
Hey, hi Kapil.
Hey, hi, Kapil.
Hello, Anant. So good to see you.
Same here.
Okay. So hello, everyone. My name is Anshul, and today, under this Vulcan Plat Circle of Excellence, yeah, Business Network, we have a new guest, and today we have with us Mr. Anant Joshi. And if I introduce Mr. Joshi, so he's he's delivery head, business consultant, AI and automation leader with 25 years plus of experience in technology, delivery, and transformation, and with an expertise in AI, automation, analytics, RPA, DevOps. And he's also an industry speaker and career mentor. And if I talk about his career highlights, so he started his career with NSIM, that is now Cisco, as a system engineer. And then he joined Cognizant as a senior manager projects, then Zenser Technologies as a associate vice president, then BNY Mellon as vice president, and then TRU Global as a senior director and practice head. And if I talk about his key achievements, so he have led more than 25 plus TCOEs and globally delivered transformations. And he has closed more than multi-million-dollar deals, and he's been a speaker in STEP in Forum, Digital Assurance, and he has also published white papers on AI and testing. So, Anand sir, if I talk about the session's flow, so today's session is of around 1 hour, and after your key discussion, that will be around 45 to 50 minutes. We will be having a 10 minutes of Q&A session and ended by the closing remark. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. And now the stage is yours. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Anshul. It's nice to go down the memory line. So, so thanks for sharing the details. So, uh, hi everyone. Hope you guys had all a good Diwali and all are full of energy for this particular session, right? So it will be nice if maximum people come on video, so that way I can understand if anybody has any questions or any. Let's try to make this conversation very interactive. And uh, see, the overall purpose of this particular session is see is to bridge the gap between what currently the young generation or the young crowd in IT, where like the challenges they are having and what the overall industry is expecting, right? What apart from what Anshul gave an overview of this particular session, 45 minutes, I want to talk to you about what the overall IT industry is going through, right? And how next 2 to 3 years would be. What is the mindset, innovation mindset we need to bring to the table? What are some of the important things apart from your technical skills that each one has to adapt in this particular industry? And then we'll talk about few trends. And then I'll try to tell you like what are the technical skills as well as the project management skill each one of us should have to be successful in this industry. So having said that, right, just to hear few of the voices, right, I just want to, if anybody can volunteer and tell me, right, what challenges we hear a lot of news in social media, on television about most of the IT companies are going through a rough phase, and we hear that there are layoffs going around. So, can anyone of you, anyone, if you can volunteer, tell me what are the reasons for these kind of layoffs that are happening across industries, across companies?
Guys,
Ansh, could you please repeat?
The question is that we hear so much in social media about AI coming in picture. A lot of
Right.
companies doing ramp down. We hear that 5,000 people ramp down in some certain company, 10,000 people ramp down. What is the reason for this? I just want to hear few. I will tell you the exact reason why it is, but I just want to hear from some of the folks. I want to eager to hear some of the voices.
Okay, so we have Abhay and Anshuman who raised their hand. Abhay, you can
Yeah.
mute yourself.
Uh, Hello, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
I guess the rise of AI and automation is the main cause of layoff.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
Uh, Almost the same that AI is far more efficient than humans.
Okay. So is it that the need of human is going less? That is what you are saying? That less people are needed?
Not exactly, but एक तरीके से हाँ.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Anant, maybe one viewpoint from my side as well. I think apart from just AI, the gap in terms of what industry needs as a skill set and what we offer as individuals is also one of the reasons that this is happening. Apart from other things which are coming from technology side. So I just wanted to add that as well. Yeah. And I think
Absolutely.
the geopolitical situation that is there worldwide right now is influencing it a bit, but it's most of the time the gap between what is expected and what we are offering, that leads to this kind of decisions.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you are on spot. The reality is every company is in need of you, engineers or technical guys. Every company is short of people, and you see the people getting laid off because they have not adapted, they have not upskilled, and people have not changed as the industry changes. So that is the reason why we hear so much news that X company has laid off 10,000, but it's not the company's fault. It's not the industry's fault. I would say 70 to 80% problem fault is with individuals who are working in IT industry. So I just wanted to uh, uh, give you a background. Let me share some of the slides which I have for you. I have a few slides, not more slides, couple of slides, and then we will get into Q&A. Once you see the screen.
It's visible.
Okay, wonderful. So the overall thought process is innovate, adapt, and succeed. And with as some of the participants said, right, uh, automation, AI is coming in picture. I just wanted to highlight one picture before we get into new things. So this is a real life scenario for most of us, including me. We are too busy in doing our own day-to-day things, and technology is coming up with new things every day we hear, but we don't have time to adapt. How many of people do you agree with it? Or anybody has any other thoughts? Okay. So this is how our overall mindset is. Since my introduction is already done, uh, what I wanted to highlight to the people on the call is, while you are learning your programming skill, innovation and adaptability are equally important in our day-to-day activities. So I would request each one of you to focus on doing innovation and adapting to new technologies while you are doing your day-to-day activities. But then the question comes in, right? Innovation, everybody talks about innovation, but what really innovation is, right? So how many of when somebody says to me that we are trying to do so much things, but we really don't know what to innovate, right? So the real question is what is real innovation, right? So before we get into management thing and innovation, I wanted to have you think about four areas. When we say anybody tells you about bringing some value adds or innovation to your project, what exactly you are trying to do? It is nothing but you are trying to solve a particular problem and then have your own creativity to bring some areas of improvement, whether it is in the product, whether it is in the process or any business model or any service innovations. So each one of you, one of us can be an innovator. So I have, there are four types of um, categories or areas where innovation can be done. So if you see in this slide, the x-axis is technology newness and y-axis is impact to the market. So let me give you some examples about innovation. So next time, whenever you talk about any project, right, or any innovation that you need to do, first thing is you need to drill down in these four areas. So what kind of innovation I'm doing? Let me talk about the first one, incremental innovation. Incremental innovation means when things which are done gradually, continuously, improvement of any existing product or service. So that happens over the period of time. Like if I to give you example of like television sets, right? They are there in the market for 30, 40 years. But every year, each company tries to bring in some new innovation in the television set, right? Whether it is screen features. So that kind of an incremental innovation can happen. So if you are working for a particular customer on a particular project, product, if it is a legacy product, but there for 5 years, 10 years, think if you want to do any incremental innovation, you need to think on those lines. Hope this is making sense, right? Anybody wants to give any incremental innovation example?
Vinay just mentioned cars. Okay, Vinay raised his hand.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not able to see you guys, or you can just speak out.
Yeah, for about
So
100 years,
yeah.
for about 100 years, Anand sir, I think cars have been incrementally innovated and worked on, because that's one of
Mhm.
the key areas. And I think that's one of the products that everyone uses, most of us use
Perfect.
every day. So yeah.
Wonderful. Nice example. So yeah, when incremental, always think about incremental innovation. That is a scope in your day-to-day activities, day-to-day project, whatever you're doing. Next comes in the technology newness is radical. Something technology breakthrough that happens that can transform the industry. Like if I can give an example, right? We had our cell phones in the market in 2000, 2002, 2003. Suddenly, this Android came in, smartphones came in, the technology breakthrough happened, right? And entire new industry that the cell phone industry had, there was a breakthrough. There are so many opportunities, apps came in, the entire business model changed, right? So it created a new market for itself in the cell phone industry. So that kind of a radical innovation that needs to be done. So while you work on your projects, always keep in mind how you can bring some technology breakthrough in those kind of products as well. Next, which is very, sorry, in the interest of time, I'll just try to cover as much as I can in 15, 20 minutes, and then probably we can have a good Q&A session as well. Next is the disruptive innovation, something new business model that can be created. So we had our own, we all have seen movies, right? We go to the theater, cinemas, then there are so many movies we have seen. But then OTT platform came, it disrupted the entire new market, right? New business model came. Nobody thought that there would be premieres of movies on Netflix and OTT, right? So that kind of a disruption, innovative thoughts that came into market. Even if you talk about EV, right? all had cars or vehicles running on petrol and diesel, and then suddenly EV market came in. It entirely disruptive. It created a new market itself, new business model. And last but not the least is architectural innovation. Means if you have an existing product, now AI coming in, IoT coming in, right? Each product or each they have to make architectural changes for various integrations. So that type of architectural innovation can also play a very, very important role. So I just wanted to highlight these 4 areas. So when to be kind of relevant in the market, if you are working in IT industry or in services or anything, right? You have to think about how you can bring that kind of a innovation for your existing projects, existing business, how you can make any radical change or architectural change. So that way it will give you a good thought process to create innovation. So I just wanted to highlight this. I'll take a pause if there are any questions on this, or we can move to the next one. All right. So how to cultivate innovation, right? So I always tell, 2 weeks back, I was giving a session in one of the colleges in Pune, and that is where I could, there were so many questions about innovation, right? They were the questions from people doing the projects is, we want to do so much thing. We want to invest time. We are very curious, but we really don't know how to get started. So you need to stay very alert. You need to see the patterns. You should be very curious to know what are the problem statements, what are the possibilities around in your project. So you have to be involved in your project. You have to be curious. That way you can actually cultivate the culture of innovation. You should be bold enough to ask questions. Why? What if? What are the alternatives? So that way it will make you more think positive towards finding any solutions. And don't be afraid to do small experiments. Always start with small things, test, like if you want to fail, fail fast. That is the mantra, right? So you need to start small, make iterative progressions, and do hands-on experiments on your projects and learn from failures. So nothing is perfect in the world. We need to keep on trying. There will be mistakes, but learning from the mistakes is something which is in our hand. So these kind of, if you use these 4 mantras, I think we can have a good culture across in your projects, while working with your clients as well. So I'm sure, let's go to the next topic, is top 5 industry trends, right? You might have heard this day in, day out. And I'm sure with your able leadership in the organizations, focus will be on what the industry needs. But everybody is talking about building AI-powered features for any applications, be it into generative AI, prompt engineering, RAG models, agentic AI, chatbot automation. So believe me, this is going to be there for some time. Though a lot of analysts are saying the AI hype will end by mid next year, but these things will be there, and adaptation, generative AI, LLM integrations in project. So it's always to have gets. It is very, very important for you all to get started on this. Second is cloud native development, containerizations. Uh, uh, each almost 70-80% applications are on cloud. You already know, right? There was an outage on Monday in AWS. Many people say that because a lot of people went on holiday for Diwali, India people, there was an outage. I don't believe that, but still, that could be one of the reasons. So always keep in mind that this cloud native development native development and containerization that is going to be there. The sooner you start deploying, understanding this technology, it's better. Third is, of course, full stack development, whether it's JavaScript or having a build end-to-end application in a single language proficiency. That is the trend right now. And DevOps, CI/CD, and the API development. So I'll not spend time much on this, but anybody has any other thoughts apart from these five industry trends which are applicable for I'm just considering this from a kind of a small to medium size IT service company. But of course, there are other trends that are coming up. But these are the basic five things each and every one of us should be emphasizing or putting more efforts. Yeah, Vinay, you want to say something?
Yeah, sir. So besides all these, of course, these are the trending ones right now. But besides all these, I think especially in enterprise scenario, UX is kind of is getting really big, and the opportunities are really strong there. I think it's going to be more and more important with all the AI tools at disposal that we are able to uh, generate or create UI user interfaces or user experiences that are core, very human at the core, and with the exposure of everyone to the retail applications like Swiggy and Zomato. Everyone uses mobile and applications nowadays. So the enterprise users as well expect some kind of attention to their user experience needs as well, and that's why I think UX is going to be huge going forward in enterprise. Yeah, and that's also coming from being myself being a designer, sir. So yeah, I'm a huge believer in that UX is going to be huge. Yeah, thank you.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Absolutely. Right. I agree. I mean, like the industry trends every like 6 months. There is a new trend, new technology comes up. But key for us is to adapt to all the trends, right? So I'll spend 5-10 minutes on this, and then we will break out for questions and answers. So I think this is the slide where we wanted. Um, See, I have almost 20 plus years experience, and at the start you might have seen that I worked with all large companies, and of course there is a reason why companies grow, right? It's not about the number, scale, size. It's about how the culture in the organization is built, and also upon the people, right? About technical skills, certainly you can learn, but there are certain skills which are like we need to maintain the hygiene of a project for the successful execution. So, so while you run, suppose as somebody said, right, like if you are doing Java, if you are doing UX, React, .NET, it doesn't matter. But there are few things that you need to follow in each of your projects, and like version control and collaboration. So many times developers don't emphasize on this, or they do not give the due attention for this particular skill. But this is very, very important. I would request you guys to make like the points which I'm going to discuss, the 5 points on the technical skills and 5 points on the project management skills. You ensure that it becomes a part of your day-to-day activity. That will really help you while you scale up the ladder, while you make progress in your career. So version control and collaboration is very, very important. Please pay due attention to this particular activity. Understanding the codings and problem solvings, right? About data structures, algorithm, there is provide, you should give enough importance for writing a clean, maintainable code, how the overall application performance optimizations, what are the different design patterns. So these kind of things, whether you work on any technology, you need to be 100% sure that you understand this in and out. Third one is about focus on testing and quality. And with nowadays AI coming in picture, the codes that are getting generated, a lot of codes get merged without enough review. So testing is going to play a very important role, that to even test the AI functionality, right? How to train the model, how to fine tune the model. So please ensure that you enough focus is given on testing and quality assurance. The fourth point is on documentation and communication. So have a clear technical documentation should be clear about the code commands, about API documents, architecture diagrams. Be it if it doesn't matter whether you have 1 year experience or 10 years experience or 15 years experience, documentation working on the project, you need to understand the entire architecture of the project, and that will really help you guys. Last but not least is how the overall development environment works, how the IDEs are there, how to package, how to have the tools in place to for doing the entire package management, and how to have the overall development workflow optimized. So these are the 5 things which you need to enhance or sharpen your technical skills along with your coding skills as well. I always tell people that there are 5 C's, right? For any person to be successful in software, in IT industry, the 5 C's are like, first one is having a creative mindset. Second is critical thinking. Third is team collaboration. Fourth is communication. And the fifth that comes in is the coding. So all these 5 C's will make you good developer, good project lead, good project managers. And for to have this, you need to have the 5 points what we discussed about maintaining the hygiene of the project. If you see the right hand side, how what are the 5 project management skills? When there is a myth that when we say project manager, it should be like 10 years, 15 years experienced person, he or she can have the project management skills. But I beg to differ. Project management skills can be adapted, and if you break down into small things, which are the ingredients of a project management, that has to be adapted right from a fresher to each and every person in a particular project, like time management and task prioritization. Though it is a responsibility of the PM, but whenever a task is given to you, any developer, he or she has to ensure that those things are done in time, how to prioritize the task, how to estimate the task, how you manage your deadlines, and how you use your time boxing techniques to stay on track, right? So all these things are very important for a project. Second is about communication. Communication, it doesn't mean that you have a excellent, you can speak excellent in English, but communication is how you provide a clear status, how you share your blockers, or how you actively listen, how you ask the questions, manage the expectation from your lead, from your seniors in the team, right? All those uh, things are very important. How you collaborate with your team, what kind of a team player you are. Third one is about understanding the agile methodology and sprint planning. So as a project management skill, you need to understand how the user stories are written, how the stand up, how the various agile ceremonies are conducted, and you should be able to you should be expert in using all the tools, task boards, and how the change management happens. So those kind of things you need to start adapting as soon as possible. Fourth is about risk management and problem escalation, right? So it could be any kind of a risk. It could be people related, process related, tool related. How you identify the potential risk, communicate within the team, what kind of a mitigation contingency plan can be created, how do you escalate it, what are the backups and how you track your critical deliverables, right? So those kind of skills you need to bring, build within yourself. It doesn't, nobody is going to teach you these kind of things. It also depends upon your involvement in the project as well. So that is where very important is that you manage your own dependencies, you create your backups, and ensure that you are top of all the critical deliverables. So risk management and problem escalation is very important. And last but not the least is collaboration and teamwork. So collaborating within your team, knowledge sharing, and having any conflict resolutions, contributing to the team activities, what kind of value adds you can provide to the team. That really brings the real character, and that will really help you guys in your career as well. So I've seen that in large organizations also, and I've worked in small organizations as well. Any team which collaborates well, no matter what technical challenges are, what problems are there in the project, it can be resolved, it can be fixed. And I've seen that even not so complex project, with having all the resources, but with a poor team collaboration, projects have gone in red or even failed. So the team collaboration and teamwork is very important. And I'm sure you have all this input from your leadership team, but I wanted to highlight these 5 areas within project management. Of course, I don't want to deep dive into what project management overall is, right? How delivery excellence, operational excellence, how SLA management, client management, all those things are there. But as an individual, since this was a session where we had developers or team members across platform, I just felt that these are the things you need to have it in from day one in your project as well. So it coming to the last slide, then we can have open to the questions as well. And what I have seen in many companies, a lot of people are very smart, but and some people are technically very good, but they are not able to showcase their technical skills, be it to the internal leadership or even to the client as well. So some of the skills which have to be showcased is one is um, doing your personal branding. Sorry, did somebody raise any hand for a question?
No, I guess it was by mistake. Please continue.
Okay. So personal branding is very important. Each one of you, each one of us is very unique. Everybody has some unique qualities. It is very imperative for us to highlight what unique values we bring to the table. And that is what many people lack. So please feel yourself, everybody, like I said, right? Everybody has some innovative thoughts, creative ideas. We bring something value to the table. Please start building your own brand. Um, uh, Whether it is within the organization. Second point is about how you build your network and how do you use LinkedIn as a tool, right? How you build your profile, how you start building your network. That is very important. Um, Blogging, create your own content. It could be anything. You can share your best practices. There are so many platforms available. You can start keep doing it as a habit. Certification, certifications aligned to your skill. That also brings a lot of weightage. It will build your own confidence. Next one is on the industry news. Be updated with the daily, weekly, monthly industry trends, news, what's happening. So right now in this volatile environment, it is people who are updated with the latest things. They can adapt very fast if you know what's going to happen next, right? So you need to be updated with the latest information. build your own, apart from the projects what you're building, build your own GitHub project portfolios. It could be any project. It can showcase, try with new skills. Last but not the least is like participate in different competitions, hackathons, right? Fixing that way you can build the innovative mindset about finding a problem, fixing a problem, right? And that can enhance your experience as well. So these are few of the things which have helped many. I've seen many people grow in their career, and some of the things which we don't give due importance in our day-to-day activities. That's the reason I showed the first slide where I mentioned about people busy with their own things in life. They don't want to adapt to the new things. So these things, please start focusing on the things what we discussed in this session. So just to wrap up, think creatively about innovation, the four innovations what we discussed about continuous improvement, about radical innovation, about disruptive innovation, architectural innovation. Think creative about it. That can happen in any of the projects. Adapt to learn new things and be industry ready, right? To secret of the mantra for success is you have to be industry ready. Means whatever new things are coming, you need to be ready for that. That way, no matter what happens in the industry, you will always have work. You'll always be in demand. So I'll just stop with this, and then probably we can discuss on few of the questions you may have.
Okay.
So we can have, yeah,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
I guess Vinay is having questions, then I'll continue. Yeah, Vinay, go ahead.
Yeah, I thought I'll start before the WPCOE students. Thank you, Anand sir, for sharing your time today. In fact, I looked at the separation of technical skills that you have to have, and how you have to have project management skills as well, and it hit me because I have been for 10 years working with clients, delivering on my own. But when I joined Sarvarth, I realized that having all those skills is not enough. You have to be able to work with people a lot better, and manage projects a lot better, especially when it comes to the corporate setting, right? And yeah, of course, I'm in fact following all those project management lessons right now, and you coming to us and validating that again makes a lot of difference. And of course, the slide after, right after it, how you have to build your own personal brand, how you have to pitch to your own internal leaders as well, what all skills you have, and you have to keep on building on that. All that kind of makes sense a lot, and I wanted to just say thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that with all the students, because we keep telling students as well all these things, and we also have to have some validation at the end, right? And people like you kind of come and do that, and it becomes really important for us as well along with the students. Thank you.
Sure, sure. Thanks, Vinay. And like I have been, while I was working in my erstwhile companies, I had a team of 1,100 people. And always there was, I have seen that uh, it's all about having the right mindset. And I have worked with all Fortune 100 customers, and I can tell you that the best innovative ideas or the products or solutions what were built by the freshers or the students or whoever on internships or people with just below 1 or 2 years experience, because they were ready to go experiment. And uh, even today, because of the AI evolution, right, we all should be feeling very happy, because especially people working in small companies and mid-sized companies, now it is a level field because of AI. Means it doesn't matter if you are working in a company which has 5 lakh employees or which has 16-20 billion revenue, or you are working with a company which has 5 people. So all are equal now. Even customer feel earlier when the myth was or the trend was that only big companies used to get all critical or technology savvy projects. But now with the AI, we all should feel that everybody has an opportunity. Even a company with 5 people can be more valuable than a company which has 1 lakh people. So that is very, very important. We all should leverage. We should feel that if we have the right mindset and right thought process, we can compete with anybody in the world.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense, Anand sir.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay, so we have one more question in the chat by Sashmit, I guess. Yeah. So Sashmit just mentioned, can you explain how you use Git for version control and collaboration in the team project?
Okay. Okay. Anybody wants to take a shot? Let me see. So what is version control? I probably these kind of questions nowadays AI can answer better than me, but still I will go short. So what is version control, right? When you write a particular code, it has to be merged, it has to be reviewed, it has to be merged to the branch, right? You have to have a proper version. So these kind of tools will ensure that you have the right version controls in place about the mechanism for submitting the code, reviewing the code, approving the code. That kind of process usually many companies don't follow. I've seen many companies that the code versions are merged without the right due diligence or the quality gates. So that kind of a mechanism, Git will have that validation that has to be ensured that the code which is reviewed, tested, unit tested, merges, and there are no regression issues that are happening, right? And what is it? Collaboration in a team project, right? Yeah, Sri
I
Hari.
guess. Yeah. Yeah. So, Anand sir, good to see you again. And thank you for the wonderful session. I think it is very insightful, especially for the students as well. I also liked, how you answered the previous question. You started with saying that some of these questions can be better answered by AI. So I think there is the homework that needs to be done right before going to someone that has increased now. I have a more human question, sir, for you. You mentioned about project management, and I think that is also one area where we are trying to roll out some processes. We do have some engineering projects where we have attempted to roll out these processes. One of the thing is that there is a difference when we look at rolling out processes in an enterprise environment versus in a startup environment. So the delivery pie, at least what I feel, is much bigger in a startup environment rather than an enterprise environment where more resources might be available. So any recommendations, any suggestions on how these sort of processes should be adapted well by the team?
Okay. Right. So when we say project management, right? Again, it all depends upon be it a small company or an enterprise company, right? Right now, best way to mitigate is adapting the tools that are available. Now, if I have to answer a question about project management, right? When we say project management, there are broadly 4-5 areas within project management. One is from a delivery excellence, means about your delivery status. It could be anything about scope management, change management, how your delivery productivity is there, what kind of milestones are there, how the delivery quality is maintained, all those things, SLAs and everything, right? Second is the operational excellence about a project. third is governance, client management. And then there are different flavors to the project management. Now, when we say about small organization, right? eh, What what is when the customer is working with a small company, right? Tell me one thing. Why usually people engage with a small company, or as per the Infosys or Cognizance of the world, right? What is unique about small organization?
Um, yeah, sir. So the first thing can be maybe there is something niche that is being delivered, uh, which the other organizations don't want to pick up for whatever reasons. They want to pick up
Mhm.
long term or whatever. So that could be one of the reasons. Other than that, there could be some really good references which instill the confidence that the smaller organizations might be agile in delivering the work. So I feel these could be the potential reasons.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like you're right on, right? What is the unique means uh, you are small enough to care and big enough to deliver, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So when we know that we are not the big companies, and within project management, we need to prioritize few of the things. Like you can, okay, you can be here and there in the governance, but you cannot make mistakes in delivery, right? So you need to, you may not be great in building any solution accelerator or innovation to the customer, but then you can't make mistakes in what you are committed in your weekly statuses or weekly reports. So I would prioritize few things when a small organization, and you have to be recognized as a technical company or a consulting company, right? If you are a technical company, you need to focus on how you build your competency and capability, what technical skills you bring to the table. That is the foremost. You can't make mistakes in that. You have to build your delivery muscle first. So your project management should be focusing more on the delivery aspect. Second is, the next ladder is how you bring some value in building some innovative solutions or solution accelerators that will bring some value to your deliverables. So then you suppose if you are X and you want to be Y, right? You want to grow. So the next step to grow is now build your capacity, you build your competency. Now you bring some value. Third one, right? That way you can start building your own muscle. So focus should be on the innovation of building some solution accelerators to help the delivery. Then fourth is, after that comes your overall people management, about that kind of how that can be uh, uh, strengthened as a part of project management. And then next steps is bringing more measures, right? Everybody understand this CMMI level, right? 5 levels are there. I'll take 30 seconds just for the audience information. There are 5 levels, right? Now, you guys have to tell me which level you are. So I'll tell you first level, right? CMMI level companies are level one are companies where the projects are run, but the projects become successful because only of some heroic efforts of individuals. So it is ad hocly run, but projects are successful, but then somebody is the hero and they drive it. That is level one. Level two uh, is defined. Means there are processes, but like if a company has 10 projects running, there are certain processes specific to certain projects, and only certain projects are following those processes, be it change management, requirement management, SLAs, delivery, contracts. Few projects are running and they are successful. That is defined only at a project level. Third level is there are process defined everything, and if a company has 10 projects, all 10 projects are following that. That is managed, right? Managed and yeah, managed. So that is the third level. All processes are followed across the organization. Fourth level is measured, means you are running the project, but you are measuring what is your daily productivity, what are the defect density, what are the metrics are there, whether you are committing to customer, you are measuring the metrics and you are meeting those. You are telling the customer, okay, my code is 95% reviewed and there are 0% defect leakages in UAT. So that kind of a measurement is there. Your daily productivity is X line of code. So sorry. So that is the fourth level. And fifth level is optimized. Fourth level is measured. Fifth is optimized. Means you are doing your work, you are measuring the work, customer is happy, you are giving them what they are needing. Apart from that, you are optimizing, you are giving some value add, you are innovating above and beyond for all the projects. That is the CMMI level 5. Now you have to decide where you are in your organization, and based on that you need to, if you are at level 2, level 3, and if you want to go to level 4, you have to define what you need to do.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that answer. I think CMMI as a word is not very frequently used here. So we are just, maybe at level 2 at the moment. And again, it is my best guess. Yeah, so we are definitely trying to improve, and that is why these type of queries are there.
Right. So yeah, so you need to understand where as is where you are, and then you set a goal for yourself where you want to go, right? It cannot happen accidentally. You need to plan for it, and it can happen, right?
Yeah.
And then all entire uh, organization, people, students, freshers, experience, leaders, management, everybody has a role to play in making it to the next level.
Yeah, certainly. Thanks for sharing that. Do we have any other questions, Anshul?
Yeah, just a second. Guys, do we have any other question? Abhay, Anshika, Tharva. Yes, so they have shared the question on chat, I guess. Sir, can you suggest us any resources or any tool for continuous learning of IT trends?
Okay, okay. So what we I follow is like there are industry analysts. If you like, I follow Gartner. So Gartner, you have to go and subscribe to any webinar, and they actually publish like every once a week or twice. They publish a lot of industry trends, what's happening industry specific, banking, insurance, and then they will publish all the trends. What are the new companies are doing? What tools are there in the market? You try to follow those. So there are other industry analysts as well. Like I think Everest is there, ISG is there, but I am following Gartner. So that way I'm getting all, they provide a lot of resources in terms of videos, learning materials as well. And what each company is doing. So you also do a competitor analysis, means what others are doing, right? So you should know what there's no point in reinventing the wheel. If somebody has done something, you just adapt it, you use it. So that way you are you know the latest trends.
Vanshika, go ahead.
Yeah.
Vanshika, yeah.
Yeah.
Apne hand
Hi,
raise
am
kiya.
I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please go.
Yeah, hi, sir. So I have one quick question. So we discussed about how communication, collaboration is also important, right? In every project in the organization as well. So we know for a fact that teams are growing more hybrid and more distributed. So how can we use AI to strengthen the communication, the collaboration, but without making it overly monitored or overly managing from our ends?
Yeah. See, what I feel is even for communication, right? AI, without AI also there are a lot of things that can be done, right?
Yeah.
So so when we say communication means, right, it's not about only verbal communication. Communication is the way you provide certain information that it should reach the person it is supposed to intended in the right way, right? It has to be in a professional way. It could be your communication in email, it could be communication on Teams. First, what is the basic of communication? Very, very important thing about communication is listening skills. Person who has a good listening skills is the best communicator.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that is very rare. People don't focus on listening skill. People listen to answer or react. So if you listen to understand, automatically when you communicate, it will make sense to the people who is listening. So,
Right.
so instead of writing 10 lines of email, a person who really understands the situation in 5 to 6 words or in one single line, he or she can provide the best communication. So that is what communication is. It could be, I understand now because of the hybrid environment, remote environment, the collaboration probably doesn't happen, right? The rapport building when you have lunch together or you have events together, the rapport building happens, right? People start accommodating each other because of the collaboration. Otherwise, in the online world, people want to make a point. So somebody makes a mistake. Usually people are very keen to show that mistake just to make their presence felt in the online world. Whereas the in-person world, people are accommodating, right? Somebody can just tap you and say, okay, let's correct this or fix this, right? So that is a challenge right now. So only thing is how you collaborate more is about there are other factors, right? You should have the right empathy. You need to have the respect for each individual, right? Usually, when we see there are seniors, juniors, who ask the question, people respond to based on that. I have seen in my Teams channel, right? 10 people are messaging, right? People only see, okay, is my boss asking a question? I'll respond to that first. If somebody else is even asking, nobody cares. So those kind of things we need to avoid. There is a cultural change that we need to bring ourselves, right? If it is all about respect, I don't think so is making any more. AI is making it more complex. That is what I see. Communication is more about having the respect, mutual understanding the situation, reacting to the situation. So a lot of flavors are there. Probably you can read a lot about effective communication, right? As I said, right, the listening skills really help.
Right. Thank you so much. It was really nice hearing from people like you, like talking about the very basic skill that is listening. Yeah, thank you so much.
Sure.
Uh, and sir, I have one personal question.
Mhm.
And just because you remain so humble all the time, we have been interacting from last 1 month, and I found you so humble, so polite. So is this the reason how you closed multiple multi-million deals? I just want to know how you remain so humble, how you remain so polite, and how you like the way you communicate. It's so good.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the compliment. But see, when we are into a sales, right? See, sooner or later, you guys, as you move your ladder up, when you're talking to the customer, right now you're working in the project, but when you are into business development or if you go into meeting new customers for the first time, uh, one of the principles of sales is when I have seen that customers don't um, give a contract just because you're from a XYZ company. Customers first should like you and then they like the
Right.
company. If they don't like you, they will never like the company,
Right.
right? It happens, right? You have gone like in your during your Diwali shopping, right? You might have gone to a very nice store, which is a very swanky store, but if the salesperson is not good over there, if the salesperson is arrogant, even if it is a branded thing, you won't buy it.
Right.
But if you go to a small shop to buy a 100 rupee thing, and if you interact with the salesperson, that salesperson can sell you 1,000 rupees sales goods.
Right.
So you might have seen, right? It's all about basic, right? When you work in an industry, it's more about first they should like you as an individual, and then they will like your product.
Okay, so if I ask in few words, what is your mantra of sales?
Sales is again, it's about understanding the customer requirement. So I'll give you an example, right? When I was in US, I was doing some project management. I used to meet multiple customers. Some customers I used to go and give a pitch, and I used to tell about the trends, what is happening, our company is doing this, that, X, Y, Z, Z. The customer used to say, I don't care what others are doing. You tell me how much you know about my industry, how much you know about my company, where you bring value to it, right? That kind of customer. And then next day, if I used to go to a customer, I used to have that prejudice, and I used to tell about customers about how much I know about their company. That customer used to tell, you don't try to tell what I know. I know my company better than you. You tell me what you are doing for other customers, what other customers are doing. So it's all about understanding what the customer needs or mindset, and then pitch it accordingly. It should it's like kind of a matchmaking, right? You need to understand what they need, and then put your best foot forward.
Okay.
And again, and see, again, the sales mantra which I follow is people buy what others buy. Right?
Okay.
How many? Anybody from Pune? Right?
Lot are here from Pune.
Yeah. So, like people will go and buy sweets only from Chitale's shop, or if they have to buy gold, they will go to PNG. The next shop will be empty, but they will be queuing in one shop only. It's more about like people want to buy what others are buying. So always in sales, try to highlight those case studies, what you are trying to like the customer, give them more references. That way it builds more confidence.
Sales is all about word of mouth. Word of mouth
Correct.
जितना रहेगा उतना better रहेगा. Great. So people, I just wrote down this line. People buy what others buy. Great. So thank you, sir. Guys, do we have other questions? Sir is into pre-sales, sir is into sales, sir is into project management, he is into IT and a lot of things. So हम सब जिस फील्ड में हैं सर सबके आंसर दे सकते हैं, but I guess sir is running out of time. And quick question from you, and then we will wrap it up. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the out of context question from my side, means it is not related to this particular session. So that means you have mentioned about Gartners, right? So I have been preparing for Gartners to present in front of my colleagues. So I have come across this, means we have 4 quadrants over there. The last one is visionary. Means I am keep on brainstorming on that particular topic. I want able to get what is that means. I'm not able to get the idea of what visionary meaning. What is the meaning of visionary? So will it be possible for you to explain it for me?
Yeah. So visionary, say it's a very big term, but if I have to explain in short, right? Vision means, first of all, it should be your internal belief about a certain thing. That like my vision, like if your vision, then if somebody's vision was to like the Wright brothers, right? When before the aeroplane was invented, their vision was to make something which would fly. So they didn't know what to do, but they had a vision, and they started working towards that. And then they started creating the mission about the what plan and so on and so forth, right? About the building blocks to achieve that vision, right? If somebody's vision is like India should be a superpower in 20, if our prime minister feel that India should be his vision is in 2047 we should be a superpower. That's the vision, right? Then there are so many building blocks to achieve that. Though you need to have a conviction about certain things, right? When Steve Jobs, right? When they wanted to invent that iPhone, he had a vision about how that phone should work, right? So that kind of when you are having a vision means it could be in your life as well, or it could be in your project, it could be on technology side. You need to have a certain conviction, and you should think about what the final outcome would be, what you are looking for, and that is a vision. That is a end goal or outcome that you are looking for. It should be a better place. Like you could have a vision that it should be a better place. Now, to live, it is a very broad statement, better place to live. People have different thoughts. Better place means nice food, lot of money, traveling abroad. There are so many things of better life, but you should have a vision that when you say I have to make a better place means what? It should be, it could be anything, right? So that is a vision you should have in mind.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
All right.
All have
All
one
right.
question.
Anshul, I think one session won't be suffice
Yeah,
in order to
exactly.
cover
That's
everything
what
that
that's what I was about to
sir
say.
has done over the years, right? So I think
Right, right.
huh.
So as we have more conversation, it will be more interesting to write. So probably we should you propose a certain topic, and then we can have a jamming session on how we can improvise. Right? It's all about sharing each of other's experience.
Right.
It's always a learning for me as well, right? To understand what are the new things coming. So as I said in the earlier statement, right? It's a level field now. Whoever goes wins. It's all up for the sale now. It's all up to us how to get maximum based on each and everybody's capability.
Very well said, sir. Thank you.
Very well put answer.
Right?
And actually, I'm feeling now that we are running out of time just because you
Yeah.
said you had hard stop at
Yeah.
5:15 or 5:20. So
Yeah.
I would request you if you can give us 1 hour of time of one hour of your time where we can have interactive sessions because you have a lot of things on your plate and we have just picked one roti out of it. So
Yes. Yes.
we would love to have because I was exploring your profile in LinkedIn as well. I have seen you have multiple certifications. You have interest in history, geography, and you are into IT. You are into multiple domains. We would love to have you for one more session, answer, and we would request you for that. And by today, thank you so much for your time. And we all enjoyed. We all have a very good and very productive 1 hour. Thank you so much for your time. I hope everybody enjoyed this. I hope you like the interaction.
Absolutely. The entire pleasure is mine. So thank you guys for your time. We will again circle back soon. All right. All right. Have a nice
Thank you
evening.
so much.
Thank you. Bye bye. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks for joining, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Anant.